Hello and welcome to the 2017 Liberty Tax Bowling Open here at Holiday Bowl. I'm Fallon Wagner.
And I'm Jason Temerick from Holiday Bowl. And what a day of competition we've seen so far, Fallon. It's been fantastic.
Absolutely.
So we've completed our handicap side. So now what's going to happen is we go into a scratch division, into a step ladder format. So we started off the day with 42 competitors, and we've whittled it down now to our top 5. So what happens now is our 5th place bowler is going to bowl against the 4th place bowler, one game straight up, winner take all, advance to the next round, and the loser is done for the day.
Wow, it sounds like it'll be full of challenge and triumph today, but I'm sure it'll be some very exciting bowling.
We're about to get started with our first match here, and our first match features Michelle Manton versus Dave Purcell. Michelle is going to be throwing first because Dave actually qualified higher, so he had the option to choose whether he wanted to throw first or last, and he opted to throw last. So Michelle is going to be starting us off here.
Smile, Michelle.
I noticed that Michelle was holding a ball or something before she started. Are a lot of bowlers superstitious, Jason?
No, actually, that's a puff ball. It contains a little bit of powder, so it dries her hands out, so that way the ball sticks a little bit better, so she doesn't lose her grip.
Oh, okay.
Come on. All wood. Come on. Heat it up. There you go.
So she starts off by clearing all her wood, so that's a 15 count. Now Dave's going to bowl, and the way it works in 5-pin bowling in a championship head-to-head competition is that the first competitor bowls 1 frame, and then the next competitor bowls 2, and then they alternate 2 frames until the 10th.
Oh, okay. The opposite of how Michelle started.
Yeah.
I see we have an Oilers fan in Dave.
Yes, we do. That's about all you can do with a head pin, is just hope to clear all your wood and get your 15 count. If you're going to get a head pin, the first frame's a good place to get it. You'd hate to get it after a couple of strikes in a row and break your run.
Kind of get it out of the way.
Exactly.
And now Dave kind of does a little bit of a kick in his form. Is that kind of a typical style to almost slide a little bit?
No, his style's a little bit unique, but each individual bowler kind of develops what's comfortable for them. Dave's been doing that for quite a few years, and he's just kind of found a way to make it work for him, and he's comfortable with it.
So you find every bowler bowls a little bit differently?
Everyone's a little bit different. I mean, obviously there's a technique to it, but everyone has their own little quirks about them.
That's great.
Wow. Pressure. Blame it on the lights.
I love the community here. Everyone's so supportive of each other. You know, there's a little teasing, but I love the support.
Yeah.
That's
the bowling
great.
community is a wonderful group of people.
That's great.
Just a little bit thin. He hit the head pin on the right side to get that spare, but unfortunately just got a little bit.
It kind of just knocked that.
I think the first couple of frames there's going to be a little bit of nerves on both of their parts anyway. So
Got to get those out of the way first.
So he gets a 13 count, so he's sitting at 25 after 2 frames. Now Michelle will wind up bowling 2 frames in a row as well.
One time now, girl, one time.
It's crazy how quickly the game can turn around just like that.
Absolutely.
Double time.
Does Michelle regularly practice here at Holiday Bowl?
She does, yeah. She bowls a couple of leagues, and she's a coach for our YBC program, does a lot of work with our youth.
That's wonderful.
Unfortunately, just a little bit too thick on the head pin.
Clean him up.
She's pegging them one by one.
Yeah. So she picked up a 12 count, so she's sitting at 52 after 3. During the qualifying round today, Michelle, for the 6 games, averaged 236. So she had a very solid qualifying round.
Great.
Looks like he's forcing it just a little bit. He's trying to reach out there just a little bit too far.
Go in there.
And do you think that's just a matter of kind of finding your place, finding your space?
Yeah, I think so. I think a little bit of nerves, and there's a little bit of a break between the qualifying round and the final round. So, you know, probably a little bit of the time to analyze things and get a little bit critical. Sort of cleaned up all his wood and took the 15 count. So even with that frame, he's still only 12 behind Michelle, and we still got a really close match going on here.
Easy to come, could come back, could change real quickly. Then,
Oh
hey?
yeah, a couple of strikes will put you back in the match real quick. It's a good ball. Unfortunately, just wound up leaving the corner pin. It's part of the game.
He was, that one wasn't ready to go yet.
And he got suspended.
Got it, no problem.
Michelle.
That was a really nice throwing ball.
She's found a group. as someone who's watched bowling for years, can you tell when a throw, has the potential to get a strike when it's a good throw?
A lot of the time, yeah. You can, depending on the type of ball that they throw, you can see right as soon as it leaves their hand if it's going to have the potential or not. Especially when you've been bowling a lot of years, it gets a little bit easier to kind of notice those little things.
Tell where it's going.
Yeah.
Now, Michelle, come on.
It was a good ball. I just threw it. It was a little bit thick on one side. Unfortunately, you got the chop off, but still a good count on a spare.
Absolutely. So we're sitting at 97-75. Michelle in the lead.
That's a very big spare for Dave. He needed that to stay in the match here.
Yes.
Strike this behind.
An unfortunate break for Dave after getting a spare, getting himself back into the match to punch a head pin at this time. But there's still a lot of frames left, and if he can clear his sticks, it's not over yet.
Absolutely. That's definitely something I'm learning real quick. You can come back in a heartbeat. Now, from what I can hear, the crowd, Dave is also a regular here at Holiday Bowl.
Yes, Dave is. He's also involved with our youth program. He's one of our coaches as well, and he bowls several leagues as well as does a lot of the tournaments. So yeah, he's been around for a long time.
That's great. And we'll get to hear a little bit later in the show about some of the great programs here at Holiday Bowl.
So we got a 12 count, so we're sitting at 97 through 6 frames.
Tough one, buddy. Tough one. Go, Grinder. Hey, Steve, remember what you told me earlier? Good ball to start. You're down to outside having a smoke.
So after the double, she winds up with a 13 count, so that puts her at 125 after 6 frames.
Now, what are we looking at for Dave to need to get to recover from this?
Well, he's only just under 30 points behind, so a couple of marks. Michelle just got a strike here, so that's going to put the pressure on Dave a little bit. But again, there's nothing that 3 or 4 in a row won't fix up there.
Absolutely.
mark, but just a little bit thick, creating a chop off. So this is an important spare for him here if he can pick this up and keep himself relatively close in this match.
Now, what sort of technique do you use to peg the two side balls and not end up in the gutter?
Well, there's a couple of different ways of doing it. Again, it's what you're comfortable with. Most people go across the lane as opposed to going straight at it. You know, it's a little bit less margin of error if you come at it from an angle. So that's the preferred technique.
Start him up.
One time now, Dave.
One ball. Come on, buddy.
Couldn't have come at a better time. A very important strike for Dave, and he needed that, and hopefully he can string some together here and get himself back into this match.
You can see the excitement on his face.
Like I have a miss center. At least it looked good on TV.
Michelle's currently sitting at 140 and Dave 127.
The door squeaked open.
Again, the dreaded head pin, there's not a lot you can do with that except for just pick all her woods and get the best count that you can on her strike.
Absolutely. So once you've pegged the middle head, are you likely having to do each side of woods? Or is there a way to sweep all of them after that?
Basically, you just go for side to side. I mean, it is, in theory, possible to spare a head pin, and it's definitely been done, but it's a very difficult spare. It's just easier to go side to side.
Right, absolutely.
Get off now. Charge up.
Just off her mark a little bit, so now the best that she can hope for in this frame is a 15 count.
Okay. Leaving that head pin for last.
So she takes the 15, and now she's sitting at 173 after 9 frames. This is a very important frame for Dave. He's going to have to get a mark here if he wants to get back into this match.
Dave's sitting at 127. You can see he's focused. The determination is on his face.
It's a beautiful ball, a beautiful strike, and it sets him up nicely for the 10th frame and definitely gives us a good finish here.
Absolutely. It's going to be a tight match.
force that one a little bit, but he's got to pick up the spare here and put a little bit of pressure on Michelle.
Right quick, the match started to add up.
That was an unfortunate break for Dave. After that head pin, he's got a maximum score there of 187.
Okay.
And he does. He picks up the wood and gets 187. So. So all she needs now is a 15 count in this frame, and she's got the match.
She's got it okay.
Off her mark just a little bit, but still 2 balls, and she's just got to clear all the pins off the deck.
Okay.
That creates an interesting scenario because now Dave with finish with a 187, Michelle is sitting at 186 with 1 2-pin left standing. So it boils down to whether she picks this or not.
What a tight match.
Looks good. And she's got it.
Just like that.
She finishes with a 188 and she wins the match by 1. So even though the scores weren't great, we had one heck of a good match there.
She left us right till the end, waiting in anticipation.
Hey, Michelle, 1 down.
Well, that was a great first match. While we wait for our next bowlers to get ready for their match, let's take a look at Jason here introducing the many exciting bowling programs offered right here at Holiday Bowl.
Hi, I'm Jason Temmer from Holiday Bowl, and today I'm going to talk to you about the various programs that we offer here at Holiday Bowl. I'm going to start off by talking about our youth bowling program. This is a program that we're very proud of here, and it's open to kids ages 4 to 18. So 5-pin bowling offers you an affordable alternative to some of the mainstream sports such as hockey. And opposed to hockey, despite skill level, in 5-pin bowling, every kid gets to participate. They're guaranteed to play their 3 games every week. We offer a certified coaching program, so every kid is going to be able to be coached and receive the attention that they deserve. It's also an opportunity for them to come out and build social skills and make some lifelong friendships. It's a fantastic program, and we encourage everybody to come out and put their kids in it. Another program that we offer is our 55 Plus program. This is open to anybody that's 55 years or older, and their skill level is not important in this program. It's just a matter of coming out and socializing and having a good time. In fact, this year in our program here at Holiday Bowl, we have 2 people that are over 95 years old, and they just come out for social activity and just to get out for the afternoon. Last year, our program throughout the province of Alberta had over 2,500 people registered, which is the highest participation anywhere in Canada. So it's a great program, and once again, we encourage everybody to come out and check it out. We also have have what's called our inclusive program. Now this is a program that we pair up people with special needs with people that don't have special needs, and we comprise a bowling team of them. It's a fantastic program, gives them a chance to develop their skills and help them integrate into mainstream society. Over the years we've seen several people that started off in this Special Olympic program that went up into our inclusive leagues and then moved on to bowl in one of our regular leagues. In fact, just a couple of years ago we've seen 5 people that actually came up through the inclusive program that went on to bowl, make a team and bowl in our commercial men's league, which is fantastic to see. It's amazing. You can see what kind of impact that this program has on their lives. We also have what's called our VIP program, which is our visually impaired program. This is for people that have visual impairments. They come out and they bowl on Tuesday afternoons. We place guardrails over the lanes to give them guidance, as well as they use assistance from helpers that will help guide them through the program. And again, it gives them the opportunity to come out and be socially active, and it's a great opportunity for them to come out and do something.
There aren't a lot of activities around for visually impaired people. There really aren't. There's a lot of activities, but not very many that are specific to the visually impaired. So it's something we can do. We put a rail along the edge of the gutter and we can bowl. And we all compete against ourselves, our own score. It's not like a regular league, but it's just a chance to get out and meet other people, and it's been really important to the self-confidence of a lot of visually impaired people over the years who've come to bowl with us. They've learned that they can do something, they meet other people with the same disability, and it's just been a really positive experience for everyone.
Our second matchup here is going to feature Rob Price versus Michelle Manton, who defeated Dave Purcell in the first match by a total of 1 point.
It was a tight match, that's for sure.
Starts off with that head pin. Again, that's a good place to have one if you're going to do that.
Yes, absolutely.
So Rob comes into this match after qualifying 3rd in the round robin play, and he had a 6-game tournament average of 248 points.
Okay, wow. Big side now here. So would you say, Jason, Michelle would be the advantage for this round, or Rob? Is it kind of good to keep your momentum going, or is it great to come in fresh, having not yet played?
I think for the most part, most bowlers prefer to come in after, they've been on a bit of a roll and kind of got into that groove. But, I mean, he had a chance to warm up for a few frames beforehand, so I think he's going to be all right.
Okay. Both starting off the same.
Both getting that head pin out of the way early.
Monkey see, monkey do. Take the big side, Michelle.
Now the one on the right. Yeah, I saw that.
Fairly close start for the two of them.
Yeah, after both punching a couple of head pins, we're sitting at 12-9, so hopefully that's the end of that. We'll move on to something bigger here.
Side. I don't think we can do 20 of them.
Unfortunately, another head pin, so once again, she's in the position where she can hope for a 15 count if she clears all her wood.
Almost cleans him up.
So gets a 13 count. So after first 2 frames, she's sitting with 25.
Okay.
Need the old man to show you.
Now for this round, did Michelle get to decide when she started, first or second? Is that how that works?
No, Rob would have the choice. It's always the top seed would get the option of when they want to bowl.
I understand.
And a good looking ball for Rob. Gets us started off here.
Things are heating up.
Up your alley.
Bobby is a
Another good looking ball. So Rob gets a double here after 3 frames. He's
Now giving himself the lead with 54 and Michelle with 25. Takes out the head pin.
Yeah, unfortunately, when she's on the head pin, she's just hitting it a little bit thick and she's punching it right back.
So is she looking for 15 potentially?
Yeah, she's got a total of 15 count there. Gives her 40 points after 3 frames.
With Rob still in the lead at 54.
Looking pretty good there, Brad.
Much better looking ball.
She's showing what she can do. Rob bites back with a strike.
3 in a row for Rob, so that gives him a big 45 count in the second frame. So now he's sitting at 99 with a double to count on yet.
Is Rob also a regular face you see here at the bowling alley?
Yeah, Rob's a very competitive bowler. He bowls in our commercial men's league and also in our Tuesday night league. He also bowls in all the tournaments as well. So
That's great. Great to have him out today.
and he picks up the spare there as well. So good looking for him. Gives him a 30 count on that last strike. As well, so if he picks up on that
Coming back strong.
One more, Michelle.
She gets the turkey.
The gap between the two is closed really quick.
Absolutely. Doesn't take long when you start stringing strikes together. Just a little bit thin, leaving the left corner pin, but he still gets a 28 count on the spare.
That's great. I thought he had it. I really did.
Take the half.
And he made that one look easy.
Yeah, sure did.
And that's a big strike after that spare. Give him a 30 count on that.
Back again.
How to answer back, buddy? How to answer back?
We'll see now what Michelle comes back with. Just the other side now.
Yeah, unfortunate break there. She just didn't get the carry to follow through to the right corner pin, but still a really good count on her turkey there. So this is an important spare though.
Absolutely.
All right, 15, Michelle, 15. All I want.
So she picks up the 15 count, giving her a total of 171 points after 7 frames. Again, an unfortunate break. She hit the head pin pretty solid, but just didn't get the right corner. Yeah, I mean, depending on what Rob does here, she's still not out of the match, but Rob can really put some pressure on her here, and she's definitely going to have to start getting some marks pretty quick. Another double for Rob. He's throwing a really nice ball right now.
One more.
Yes, it definitely seems like he's gotten into quite the groove of strikes. It looked good. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was a little thick, punched the head pin out. It's an unfortunate time to do that going into the 9th frame.
The other side.
So with that 12 count, he's sitting at 249 now after 9 frames. So Michelle's got a lot of work to do, but it is still possible. If she strikes out 9 and 10, she's got a potential of 276 up there. But she's got to get a mark here.
It's not like we haven't seen close matches so far. So maybe she'll bring him back. One that's just got to hang on.
Yeah, she hit the head pin a little bit thick there, but I thought she hit it well enough that it was going to carry and get the strike.
Easy peasy, knocks it up. She needed that to stay in the match. She's not going down without a fight, that's for sure.
No.
Now the other side.
Yeah, unfortunately, she needed that strike in order to stay into the match. She had to get the first 2. Actually, she needed all 3. And then she would have had a 261. Sorry.
Okay. They all looked good.
Yeah, so with that corner pin, she's got a total of 244, and Rob's got 249 already before he throws the 10th. So.
Big finish. Don't fall!
Some hecklers back there giving Rob a hard time.
One more.
That's it!
Oh! Get that out of the way for next game. Side to side.
That's a Barton finish. Oh, I can't see that.
Do it again. Do it again.
Order!
So with that 10 count, gives him a total of 259. So he's advancing on to the next round, and unfortunately for Michelle, her afternoon is done.
It really goes to show that anything can happen in each round here. The competition is really heating up here at Holiday Bowl. Our next round is coming right up, but before we get into the action, we caught up with the winner of the women's handicap round this morning.
We're here now with our ladies handicap division champion Lillian Wessling. And Lillian, I just want to get your thoughts on this tournament. You've been a huge supporter of 5-pin bowling for a very long time. You've been a coach, you've been a master, you've been around, and it's really great to see you out today. And I just want to get your thoughts on how you feel about this tournament and your victory today.
I feel really good about this tournament because there were some people with some special needs that were in this tournament, and one of them placed in the money. That's what I've worked for so many years. I also feel good about it because I haven't bowled good for 10 years, and all of a sudden I'm in the money. So Yeah, it was a good tournament. And it was a good tournament in that everybody was supportive of everybody else. So that's what we need, is to show how much we're supporting each other.
What do you love about 5-pin bowling, Lillian?
What do I love about 5-pin bowling? 5-pin bowling is for everybody. Anybody can bowl it. Anybody can do it. You have to have some technique in order to be one of the top bowlers, but anybody can do it. And that's proven by the fact that we had people with special needs that were in this tournament, that we have people who are in wheelchairs, who are blind. They all do 5-pin. And to me, it is, everybody has a chance to be a bowler. Not a person with special needs, but a bowler. And I'd rather bowl 5-pin than 10-pin because there's more technique involved as far as I'm concerned.
Great. What if someone's nervous to try bowling for the first time and they want to come out and try a 5-pin league? What would your advice be, Lillian?
Come out and talk to the staff at the bowling alley. There are coaches around that are willing to help, and we're willing to coach people on how to do it and to get them going. There is leagues for the kids, and yeah, come out and just check us out. Talk to us.
That's great. Thank you so much, Lillian.
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll be back in the competition right after this.